Hi everybody and welcome to the monthly astrology snapshot. My name is Paula Shaw and I love providing these monthly overviews of the major astrological themes being held by the container of the new and the full moon. So this month begins with a new moon in Libra. I am a little bit late with this one. The new moon is on the 25th, 26th of September, depending where you are in the world. And it's in Libra, so I want to talk about that first because this is a new moon to really do a relationship audit. Libra new moons happen every year around this time. And if you get into the habit of noticing the new moon cycles, you can actually do over a 12-month period, you could address the 12 dimensions of your life. And Libra is relationships. So this is a moment to really focus in and look at how your relationships are going. We are moving through incredible paradigm shifts on every level of reality, and that includes relationships. And another thing to bring in is that Venus, which is the ruler of this new moon, is going to be going invisible at the end of September. And she's usually invisible for about 40 days at this point in her cycle. She's disappearing out of our view as being the evening star, and she will reappear mid-November as the morning star. It's one of my favorite parts of her cycle. I love getting up early and trying to catch a glimpse of her at that first rising. Ancient astrologers believed that when she went invisible, we didn't have access to all that she represents. And as the ruler of Libra, she is closely linked to everything that's good about being a human. With the Libra focus, it's relationships, it's how we connect to each other, and the quality of our relationships. So at this new moon, really be honest. Where are your relationships really at? Do you need to reestablish boundaries? Do you need to show up more yourself and be more nourishing the people that care about you and the people that you care about? Really take a look, because when Venus goes invisible, wherever we're at, it's not going to be really supporting big developments in your relationship. So if you can work with this new moon to sit down, seed in some beautiful intentions about how you can nourish the people in your life and vice versa, because the truth is, as we move through these times of great change, the thing that will get us all through it is our relationships and the quality of our relationships. So before Venus disappears, sit down. You can work with this new moon up until it becomes at the first visibility, the first little slither. In ancient peoples, with many cultures, would celebrate the new moon as beginning at that point. So you can work with it right now to seed in beautiful intentions that will sustain you through this next period of time. As I shared in the written snapshot, which goes into a lot of detail, I recommend having a look at it if you're really curious about the bigger cycles. But we are going through a paradigm shift. So this lunar month sees the exact degree square for the fourth time between Saturn and Uranus. So again, just to remind us all, this is a paradigm shifting, challenging square. The old, traditional, conserving, no, I do not want to change, Saturn energy, squaring off with Uranus that's saying we've got to innovate. We have to find those iterations so that we can evolve as a species, and they're in a battle. And we will see some traction kick in when Uranus goes direct later this year, but Saturn will go direct this lunar month before Uranus, and it will feel like these potentially the oppressive energies will be stronger. So you really want to boost your relationships at this point and really acknowledge how important other people are to you. We can't live without others. And generating some love and kindness and compassion and just mindfulness for each other, like all of us, we're all going through something, and this month will potentially have a feeling of, wow, are we going to make it? There's more pressure, really, really, really hold space for yourself and each other. Okay, so the full moon for this lunar month will be in Aries, and this full moon is a moment for you to really stop and go, what do you need to let go of? Aries is the symbol of the warrior, and these times that we're living in, we need to have courage, not anger, not aggression. We need to have courage. We need to know we can handle whatever is happening, whatever is going on. We need to step in and really feel how capable we all are. And this full moon is going to bring a potential boost to you and your ability to clear away anything that is interfering or distorting your ability to know that you can handle this, that you can be strong. And there's also an invitation at this full moon to feel into what you stand for in this life. You know, Aries, when you get really into the symbology, it's this initiating point. It is just life force at the beginning, and it will go for it. It doesn't care. It's not focused on others or people in a big way. It is just going for this activation, asserting its energy into the field. And when you tune into this for yourself, you can clear away anything that takes away your ability to engage with what you're here to do, no matter what's going on in the bigger world story and these bigger cycles which are amplifying this month in a really big way. And it's bigger because we have all of those planets that have been retrograde. Pluto will go direct, by the way, on the 3rd of October before this full moon. And the Saturn-Pluto turning direct, they will happen. The Pluto will turn direct on the 10th of October and Saturn on the 23rd, just before the full moon. So there could be this big amplification of the bigger power dynamics. And this full moon is your moment to really stop and tune in and let go of what's in the way of you really stepping forwards in your life. Even all the energy contracting, all the fear in the field, you do not have to crumble and fall apart and freak out. I think a lot of people are freaked out. They don't even know they are. And I'm seeing that just in, my navigating everyday reality. And another thing I'm noticing a lot is that people are having huge paradigm shifts in their personal lives, in my clients, in myself, philosophical shifts, values shifting. And this could be Uranus, the planet of change and innovation and clarity and truth, moving through Taurus, our values. It's halfway through this cycle, but as I've said, going into this exact degree, challenging square with Saturn. Saturn is like this energy saying, no, I don't want the change. And Uranus is just going to keep pushing at it. It's uncomfortable. If you've been experiencing paradigm shifts and it's been like, whoa, and you're finding it hard to feel where the ground is and what your anchor is, work with the full moon to really clear all of your fears and all of your confusion. And please know, you're responding to a bigger cycle that is something we are all going through. We're starting to see the dawning, the very early, little bits of light of a new age, of a new era, of a new way of being on Earth. This could come about through very negative things, climate change. This could come about through scary things, but it's also could come through enough of us going, enough, we're done. How bad does it have to get? I don't know. I think we're going to start seeing some of that this lunar month, to be honest. So this is, again, come back at the new moon. Really nourish the ones that are around you. And if you feel like doing a little practice, do a meditation in the next few days or at the beginning of this lunar month if you're listening. You can do it anytime. Well, you just amplify the feeling of love in your heart, and you start with someone that is easy to love, and then you work your way out to strangers and then to enemies. But you must always come back to yourself, because it's that love that will keep us connected. And we might have to, consciously activate love while Venus isn't visible. So, but like, there's good things. Mercury goes direct. Saturn and Pluto will go direct. That is actually a good thing. Saturn will help us in the next month start to build some structure, and Pluto going direct can really start revealing some misuse of power and help us get clear on what our power is and start working with it. So yeah, we're moving into big cycles. The full moon in Aries actually kicks off the eclipse season. And I recommend working with just clearing the decks at this full moon in preparation for the big adjustments, the big karmic pattern shifts that will come with this eclipse season. It doesn't have to be something you fear necessarily at a personal level, but at the collective level, I really can feel we're going to move into some very new cycles. I'm connected to, again, Taurus, North Node, new ways of being on Earth. Taurus, North Node is new, the future. New ways of being with resources, Taurus, money, food, and our values. South Node, still moving through Scorpio, a release point of the misuse of power. It's a very karmic nodal axis and eclipse season we're in. And this eclipse season is going to, I feel after this and into next year, we're going to be knowing something very big about what it means to be on Earth. And we'll see some big changes, but you can work with it consciously. I've actually got, if you look at my website, go to events, or if you're watching on Instagram, go to my link in my bio for the Eclipses Masterclass. If you're on Facebook, you can just go to my website, www.soulfulguiding.com, where you will see this event, a masterclass. We're going to dive in deep. And I also have a link in these places to journey with me at the full moon in Aries, where you can get some courage back and be supported by a group and a ritual and a meditation that's about letting go of what stops you from knowing who you are in this lifetime, in this world. If you know who you are, you will not be scared, and you will know how to nourish your relationships. So really work with it. Next month, I will jump into it. As I said, we've got the eclipses. This full moon will kick off the 6-week window. But Venus will become visible. She will go into visibility in Libra. She rules Libra. This is good. This will be some beauty coming back in our relationships. So it will be okay. But as you can see, this month is big. Paradigm shifts are happening everywhere, collectively, individually. Don't be scared. Embrace it and go and do your practices. Do the things that ground you. Know who you are. Be strong. Be courageous. Know that you can handle it, and be there for the people that you love, that love you, and even the ones that you don't know. It's a powerful practice to visually go in and open your heart to strangers. And if you're feeling brave and strong and you've got a bit of extra love, share that. Visualize your enemies being happy. You don't have to be friends with them. Visualize it. Visualize Putin and these people that are angry and wanting to go to war. See them drop their weapons. Open your heart. Nourish yourself. Nourish each other. The full moon will actually be pulling in a big healing pattern with Venus and the sun. So yeah, I really feel what we work on at the full moon will let so much go. And then eclipses clear out the old rubbish, old karmic patterns, seed in some new intentions. Venus becomes visible, and we can go into a healing phase and then see what's coming into the new year. All right, I'll see you guys again next month. So much love, and yeah, take care, everybody.